So here are 7 lessons I wish I knew earlier in life. So I made over $1 million and saved it in my bank account by the time I was 19 years old. If I knew these lessons when I was a teenager, who knows how much money I would have made and saved. So before we start this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already.
There you go.
Guys, I just told you to smash and like the video. You didn't do it yet. I wasn't kidding. Do it now. All right, guys, lesson number 1, take educated risks. So you gotta be knowledgeable when making your decisions. You have to do your due diligence. So what does that mean? It means either knowing the stuff or doing your research before you commit. So let me give you an example of something I did early on that I lost a lot of money on because I didn't do my due diligence. So I started a haunted house back in 2001. And I knew nothing about it. I just knew they were super cool, and I had a couple partners that wanted to do it with me. I was like, all right, let's do it. So we ended up spending a few $100,000 building this thing out, and then even more money on the marketing of it. Well, I didn't realize it at the time, but most haunted houses, or almost all haunted houses, actually don't make money on the first year. I didn't know that until afterwards when I lost money on it. Had I done my due diligence and looked around and talked to other haunted house owners, I would have realized all the different things that I didn't know before I started doing it. And this was a pretty big hit for me at the time because I was in my mid-20s and I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this venture. So the other thing I didn't do, which is what I always tell everyone to do, is to evaluate the potential risk and the potential rewards of anything that you do. What's the upside, what's the downside? Well, I didn't do that on this either. If I would have done that on this deal, I would have realized I could have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars like I did and not get almost any of it back. I didn't think that was possible. So after you do your due diligence and weigh out the risk and reward, you've got to make decisions quickly. Of course, like we just talked about, it's very important to do your due diligence, but make sure you don't overdo it and have analysis paralysis. So if you've been watching a lot of my videos, and I know you have been, you've noticed that over the last couple years, I've been buying a house every single day. How did I do that? Tons of people sending me deals, and I am able to make decisions quickly and beat out all the other people looking at the same properties as me. So lesson number 2, and this is what I'm known for more than anything, you gotta be creative. So you gotta find out-of-the-box solutions to figure out and solve everyone's problem. This allows me and will allow you to do deals that nobody else can do. So a few weeks ago, I just made this video right here that talks about a house that was a dead deal. No one could buy it. But I was able to come up with a solution, turning it into a rooming home. So now I'm making $5,000 a month on a home that everybody would have lost money on. So another example of being creative is I've bought lots of businesses, and some of these businesses I've bought were just probably too much money for most people to buy. But I was able to figure out the terms to make that price work for everybody. All right, so make sure that you always be creative. So lesson number 3, make sure you learn from all your mistakes. So it's okay to make unlimited amounts of mistakes. Trust me, I've made more mistakes than just about everybody. The thing that's really important is to learn from them and not make the same mistakes twice. So mistakes are part of the process of growing, learning, and being wealthy. Everybody I know that's the highest level, the wealthiest, the best in every industry has made tons of mistakes. So this ties in perfectly to lesson number 4. So lesson number 4, get mentors and surround yourself with successful and positive people. So not only should you learn from your own mistakes, you should learn from everybody else's mistake as well. It's almost like a cheat code, and if you want to know more about cheating and how much I like it, check out this video right here, how I cheated my way to $100 million. So this is something that's very important for you to understand. You always become like the people you hang around with. So let me give you a couple examples. When I was younger, I used to get in trouble a lot, but I also did really well. And I had 2 groups of people that I used to hang out with. When I hung out with the bad crowd, I always got in trouble. But when I hang around the right people, I did well. So if you remember from this really cool video I made about how I made my first $1 million, which you've got to see it because I love that video. That was a really cool one. I met a guy that was one of the best I knew at negotiating and selling baseball cards. And I used to hang around him and I learned so much from him. And that's what got me better at negotiating. And that's what made me $1 million before I was 19 years old. So before we move on to the next 3 lessons, you guys gotta make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these videos going forward. All right, so lesson number 5, you must focus on your strengths. So nobody's good at everything, and there's definitely plenty of things that you're not gonna enjoy. So figure out what you like and you enjoy doing and focus on doing those things. More importantly, find people that like and enjoy the things that you don't like and partner with them and make tons of money together. So I do this for all my businesses. I'm literally the visionary for my businesses, but I suck at being the integrator. So I partner with plenty of integrators that help my businesses grow that I couldn't do without them. So I could give you a ton of examples, but let's just use Bury the Hatchet for one. If you want, check this video out here, how I make millions and millions of dollars throwing axes. So with the axe throwing, I kept opening up more locations. I negotiated the leases, and I actually found the locations and helped build them out. And I actually just bought a new location, but I can't run them all. If I was running them, then I wouldn't be able to find more. So I have a partner that actually does the operations and runs those businesses for me. They couldn't make any money without me because they wouldn't have the business. I couldn't make any money without them because there wouldn't be anyone to run it. So focus on your strengths and let other people do what you're not as good at. So lesson number 6, constantly be learning. So I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on courses, and in turn, that's made me millions. If you want to see all the different courses I've bought, check out this video right here. So no matter how much you know, you can always learn more. So every single time I thought I learned everything I need to know about something, I always find somebody else that teaches me more. So the more you know and are able to apply that knowledge, the better your life is going to be. So here's an example from one of the programs I bought called Sub 2 by Pace Morby. I literally thought I knew everything there was to know about real estate. So I've been doing real estate for almost 30 years and have done just about everything you can do. Then about 3 years ago, I bought Sub 2 with Pace Morby, and I learned so much more and took my real estate to a whole nother level. I spent about $8,000 on this course and have literally made millions and millions and millions of dollars. I feel like I ripped them off. Sorry, Pace, I owe you a little bit more. So lesson number 7, debt can be unbelievable if you use it right and you have the right type of debt. I use my debt to make more money, whether it be on real estate or business acquisitions. So let me just give you some examples. I have bought thousands of properties, and I currently own hundreds of properties right now. If I use all my own money, I'd run out of money at some point. But without using all my money and using other people's money, I could literally buy unlimited amounts of properties. And I use the same strategy for businesses. Literally, these businesses I'm buying are millions and millions of dollars. Some of them are tens of millions of dollars. At some point, I'd run out of money. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you're gonna run out of money if you use all your money to buy everything. The richest people in the world use other people's money to grow their net worth. All right, so for all you guys that stuck around to the end, let me give you a bonus lesson. Make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos going forward, and you can make tons of money off my knowledge.